by my beard. Welcome back.
Hi, everybody.
What's up?
An intruder.
I'm on your... There we go.
Oh, he's
he's a
hipster.
He's a teenager.
No, that's what I did. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
It doesn't even fit in your head right when you do it that way.
We are back.
Who wants to take point on this? Go.
Okay.
Misadventures, please. Go ahead, sir.
All right, so if you missed our first episode of Legacy of Dragonholt, we went through a quick recap of the story.
We climbed some rocks. We smacked some beasties.
No, you got smacked by some beasties because you didn't have the right stuff.
That's true.
We're traveling with a orc barbarian and a gnome alchemist.
Yes.
Which
That's
actually
correct.
rounds our party out pretty well.
Yes, it does.
And we went for a long time and talked. And then finally we went to sleep and some thieves attacked. Sam woke us up in the middle of the night. He discovered the ambush.
Yes.
And Z climbed the tree and found Sam climbed the tree and found a trinket.
I did. I found a little wooden trinket.
We all got to stab and shoot and things.
I tried.
And we finally made it to Dragonholt alive. And from what people said, from other people who played this game, is that was a very linear experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that we're in Dragonholt, who knows what's going to happen? So if you've never played the game, this is probably going to spoil parts of it for you.
As the thumbnail said, there are going to be spoilers.
So I'm guessing that this Dragonholt village, I'm not sure, but I know there's things in the back here. After a certain amount of time, the day will end.
Well, let's just find out. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Stop it.
No.
But there are these other books here. This one's called Whispering Leaves, Terror on the Prairie. Shows a dragon.
A dragon.
So I'm assuming that things in this book will lead to these. That's what I'm coming around to.
Probably so.
Solid assumption.
Someone also in the comments said we missed a major clue in this letter. So while I'm not reading, I'm gonna write down all the misspelled words on a paper. Maybe that will give us a message.
Maybe.
Is this supposed to be like a
Escape room?
Yeah. Is it like a Time Stories
Well,
type
look.
of vibe? Maybe.
She spelled pray wrong, letter wrong, once wrong, travel wrong. So pray, letter, once, travel.
I don't think are we supposed to be picking out the misspelled, like the wrong letter?
Ooh, that might be the code.
Well, I know. I'm going to write that. So that would be A.
Ooh, like I just came up with that.
Yeah, but some of them, they just
switch
switch the letters. Like here, it's instead of once, it's O-N-C-E, it's O-C-N-E.
It's like a weird way of saying acne.
Acne. It's orc acne.
Yeah,
That's what.
orc.
I've got acne on my face.
All right, hang on.
You're still growing, Bulwolf.
Okay, so
What are you doing?
we're going to be reviewing this game later, but we're going to start here. We're just going to get going, and we're going to go into first adventure. And I'm going to keep writing on the books to annoy everyone else. All right. Although, in our character creation book, where was that book that had the events that happened to us? This
yeah,
one.
right there. Things happened.
Legacy of Dragon rule book, in case that comes up again. So here we go.
It probably will.
Each quest book has its own tracking sheet that's found in the back cover of the book. When we're reading from this book, time and progress are tracked on the sheet of this book. Entries in this book are in a number of encounters. Each encounter is a short collection of related entries, blah, blah, blah. When reading this book, you do not activate your activation token when you make a decision, and requirements on options can be fulfilled by any of you.
Okay.
But I'm still going to pass it around once we make a thing, just so we
can
read different things.
Yeah, okay.
Are we ready?
Yes! I'm a cat, though. I'm a cat folk.
In our last episode,
Yay.
we all went to bed.
That's true. We did.
There was no clip. There was no cliffhanger.
And then the credits rolled. That was it. Not a cliffhanger yet.
All right. That's because we're confident we're going to be renewed. We didn't feel like we had to.
Malt beer.
Anyway, you wake.
Roaring fires.
It's milk at this place. Okay, you wake to the smell of freshly baked bread and the chipper voices of Miriam and Sapphire. That's because Sam and Z don't wake up early.
Morning.
I'm a cat folk, if that wasn't apparent.
Golden shafts of sunlight.
They lick themselves. I just don't think they do.
Stream through the windows. Before your bed, and you idle for a moment before getting up, watching the dust float in the air in the morning light. With a yawn and a stretch. It's actually written that way. Stretch.
That's funny.
You rise from your bed and prepare yourself for the day ahead. As you step out of your room, you see that Braxton has also just stepped into the corridor. She gives you a polite smile and nod. Morning. You are just about to respond when Miriam comes around the corner from the direction of the common room. Good, you're awake. Breakfast is ready. It's a real feast, exclaims Miriam eagerly. Come on, it will get cold if you just dawdle in the hall.
Thought I smelled
With that,
something.
Miriam takes Braxton's hand and drags her, well, Braxton allows herself to be dragged, toward the common room. You descend the stairs to the sunken common room. Sapphire is setting a table with plates. Miriam ushers Braxton to the table and they both sit. You take a seat and examine the feast that Sapphire has prepared. Large yellow eggs, thick slices of brown toast, juicy ham steaks, and seasoned pan-fried potatoes. Dude, I'm trying to be on a diet and this book is making me hungry.
That's such a staple of fantasy writing.
All right.
Like describing the food in extreme detail. This isn't so bad, but like what is with that?
Oh yeah, have you ever read Redwall? They do that like,
I know.
There's like a whole chapter on food. As you're scooping food onto your plate, Sapphire returns with 2 large pitchers, one filled with creamy milk and the other with freshly squeezed juice.
What? I need to not do that.
Yeah, you just put it
I don't even like, look, I just give Z milk. I don't give it to you in a cup either.
No, it's like a
plate.
saucer of milk, and I'm like, I'm gonna drink it, but don't you judge me.
After checking out the other patrons, Sapphire returns and sits at the table with you. So what brings you to Dragonholt? Have you come in search of love?
The milk.
Or, she gasps and glances around before leaning in close, are you here for revenge? Braxton coughs and strikes her chest with a fist.
Literally the only 2 options.
No, hang on. Having
Either
choked on a bit of
love
potato,
or revenge.
and Miriam begins laughing. The love of theatrics runs in the family, I see, mutters Braxton after a drink of milk. Sapphire blushes lightly and looks back at you. Forgive me, perhaps I gossip with the neighbors a bit too much. Samuel, why are we here? We have 5 choices.
My name is not Samuel.
Oh, sorry. Tank.
Tank. Stonehead.
All right, so why are we laughing? All right, so your choices are.
Taking that way too seriously.
We could do visiting an old friend,
Oh, it's so good.
just looking for the next adventure, hoping to find gainful employment. If I'm lucky, I'm not the only one searching for love, but you can't pick that one unless you have empathy.
I do not.
You don't. I seek vengeance on the man who killed my father. You need deception or
Better to die.
you need deception or performance to pull that off. Neither of which you have. So we're either visiting an old friend, looking for the next adventure, or hoping to find gainful employment.
Well, since I am I make a living as a stonemason and honorable axe for hire, I'm going to go with the looking for gainful employment.
All right, 9408.
All right, 9408. These all go up. Oh, 9408. Never mind. I was thinking of a 3-digit number.
All right. I'm going to work on this letter.
9408.
Where's
Here
the
we
letter?
go. You've come to Dragonholt at the right time if you're looking for work. The orchard needs as many hands as it can during the harvest. Not what I was
I like
talking
picking apples.
about.
Apples are delicious. Do you like apples? My cats like apples.
We can definitely send that fool to go pick apples.
That sounds like a great idea.
Sapphire says this, by the way. She suddenly snorts at something amusing that must have come to mind. With what Miriam tells me about you fighting off those bandits in the forest, you would be better guards for the ones Dragonholt has now. They're not very good at their jobs.
Did this person just get like dumber and dumber as
I
they're
guess.
talking?
Sapphire tilts her head to one side. Fior over at the smithy often needs help with general labor, but I seem to recall her complaining about some goblins giving her trouble lately. The bells on the front door jingle.
Oh, it's just the door.
They're just bells.
Pavlov's cat? What are you? Gee, what?
Excuse me. I recalled my youth momentarily.
And signaling someone entering the inn.
Pavlov's cat.
Sapphire stands. Excuse me, she says, and hurries off to welcome the room. Now we go to 2994.
Wait, did she just leave?
Yes.
Is she bringing back that bell?
Are our jobs apples or are we tutoring? I'm confused.
2994. All right. After breakfast, you return to your room to grab what you'll need before venturing into the village for the day. When you return to the common room, you see that Braxton is also about to set out. Many of the patrons have dispersed since breakfast, but a few remain in the common room, reading or mingling with one another. Miriam is nowhere to be seen. If you have any questions about Dragonholt, don't hesitate to ask me, says Sapphire. Well, where has Miriam gone off to, asks Braxton. Oh, that child couldn't wait any longer and ran off to see the old apothecary's shop. Sapphire shakes her head. Even if she buys it, it'll be some time before it's up and running. Nasty fire it was. Lorimer fire is nothing to take lightly. If you discovered the hidden message in the letter from Celise, read 1518.
Hang on! I might!
Otherwise...
No, shut up! I might find it!
Okay. So now, brief pause for the puzzle making.
This is technically cheating.
I can't whistle when you're making me laugh. What's wrong with you?
It says, at Nikitkusiansk. Clearly. This is gonna take a while.
No, I think I have it.
Yes, this is. Oh, right.
Shut up, I might have it.
At me. So what are you going for?
You're writing chicken scratch over there.
It's like math now. That's a formula.
Yeah.
I think it's MC squared, what you're looking for.
Oh no, there's a word outside. I missed that one.
That's what happened. That's why it doesn't make sense.
That's after
Outside.
taken. Out. Die. So that would be a
So
D.
there's a code hidden in a letter. I've never sent anyone a letter with a code hidden in it.
It's need.
Have you ever?
Need. Need at. At need.
At need. I-L. Where's obviously?
Oh, obviously it's on that page.
Obvious is spelled O-B-V-I-O-U-S. There's no U there. U.
It sounds
S.
like the Predator sound.
L. A.
It did.
U. R. U.
Are you?
So-
At
you had
need. Loose la rue.
Don't think you have it.
I'm gonna figure it out, but for now you're gonna have to say.
Hopefully they'll ask us this question again.
I hope so. Wait, or maybe if I just read the words. Pray letter once travel taken. Outside lively, obviously, blue, lush, elves, fair, more than the you. Sorry, no, I can't.
Okay then. 5302.
I had said something weird.
At least your role playing is a.
You intercepted more fair elves, lush, blue, obviously, lively, outside, taken, travel, once, letter, pray. No.
302. There we go.
Let's go with the no.
Ooh, yeah, we went with the no part. So 5302. Thank you for your hospitality, Sapphire, says Braxton as she opens the door to leave. Of course, hun, replies Sapphire.
She's southern now. What's happening?
How many actors does this woman have?
She says, of course, hun, replies Sapphire. Good luck with the guards. Have fun storming the castle. Braxton smiles and nods before leaving. You're about to leave yourself when Sapphire stops you. Oh! I almost forgot! If you're going around Dragonholt without a map, you might get lost. It's a small village, but some of the alleyways are a real labyrinth. She produces a folded piece of parchment and lays it out on the counter.
What?
Oh my, it's nice and shiny.
Oh, it's magic.
Let's see, she mutters and scans the map. Ah, here we are. She marks a spot on the map with the swan.
It's right there!
She spends a moment marking numerous other locations for convenience.
Which ones?
Here you are. Don't lose it now, she says as she folds up the map and hands it to you. If you have any other questions about Dragonholt, come back and ask me.
So many.
You gain the map of Dragonholt. This encounter is complete.
Wait, that's the whole encounter?
This encounter is complete, it says.
What does that mean?
I don't know,
It says
son.
this encounter is complete.
I see a brown thing there. What does that mean?
Okay, I can read it.
Yes.
All right. Map of Dragonholt. After completing an encounter, use the map of Dragonholt to choose a new location to visit.
Oh, okay.
Each location has a 4-digit number that corresponds to an entry in this book. When you choose a location, read the corresponding entry in this book. If playing with 2 or more players, you will each take turns choosing locations to visit. When you choose a location to visit, exhaust your activation token. You become the active player and remain the active player until the encounter is complete. You should make decisions within the encounter as a group, but as the active player, you have the final say on those decisions.
That's right.
Gathering information. During your time in Dragonholt, you might wish to gather information about the village or county or the events that happen within. Returning to the Swan to speak with Sapphire or visiting the village hall are great ways to gather such information. In addition, you might try visiting the local taverns in search of rumors.
Milk. I'm going to go to the local tavern and get a glass of milk.
Well, actually, Z has the choice of deciding where to go.
That's
I'm
right.
not done yet.
We're just
Oh, sorry. Continue.
Days. The encounters in this book takes place over multiple days, as tracked on the tracking sheet on the back cover of this book. Yogi-so. At the end of each day, an effect on the tracking sheet will instruct you to read a specific entry that bridges the gap between the day that just ended and the next day in the story.
sleeping.
The events that occur at each location might change from day to day, and special events might occur on specific days. However, some locations will have the same or similar events on multiple days. You cannot gain the benefits of any single entry more than once each day.
All right.
So,
I just want to point out he's still trying to crack this thing.
Shut up, man. I'm trying.
All right, we're going to go to... where's the pub?
the pub.
There is no... So is the Swan an inn?
There's the Countess Inn.
No, this is an inn.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Swan is supposed to be. The Drunken Hog, that's a pub.
Yeah, that's definitely a pub.
Shrine, library, village hall. We could get
Dragon
info.
statues. Ooh.
And then there's the orchard if we want to get them apples. How about...
We don't want to get no apples.
How do you like them apples? Let's go to the inn.
Seems like a thriving bit of
What do you think?
things.
Person? What is his name?
My name is Loquacious Lawrence, and this is the longest I've ever been quiet because you gave me the little puzzle, and I'm like, ooh.
Larry.
Larry. That's
Lawrence!
Well, I thought we were going to
Lawrence!
shorten his first name.
I've been called Larry my whole life, please.
Well,
Loquacious,
prepare to be continually called Larry from here on out.
Loquacious Lawrence. Loco Larry.
Loco Larry.
All right, so we're going to go to the inn. Are you okay with that?
Man,
Yes.
he doesn't care.
What do people do at an inn?
See, he has half a
sleep.
brain. It
Is
doesn't
it
matter to
out?
him. Huh?
What's in?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, kid, you're still
Weep
all right.
For the species.
You're okay. It's
I
all
once
right.
asked my father to go to the inn, but he said no. Too much milk drinking.
How old are you supposed to be?
How old am
You're
I?
18 years old. You're a moron.
I'm not 21 yet.
Like, is it gonna just flip a switch? I don't understand. Here we go. Cats, where I come from, that's not how it works. Pop them kitty cats out.
My goodness.
Anyway, 4200 Countess Inn. A painted sign showing a woman's profile with a silver coronet adorns this two-story building. The ground floor is of pale red stone, while the upper story is a sprawling half-timber affair hanging over the entrance and supported by thick wooden posts. Flower boxes filled with colorful flowers are arranged
So
between
beautiful.
the support beams. If this is your first time visiting this location, blam, otherwise, blam. 8742.
It's our first time. I hope there's a fight.
742.
I've never seen a fight in an inn before. My father said I can't go in them because the people fight and they drink too much milk.
Well, I hope you keep your eyes wide open because you might not see another one.
It's probably true.
Because you won't survive the
Is he
first.
threatening me?
No.
That's just fact.
We'll protect you. We're hanging out with you. You're one of us now, but you are definitely the weakest.
Well, I might protect you,
Link.
but I don't know about this one.
I mean,
I killed a man yesterday. It's all coming back now.
that's true.
It was an accident.
He blacked out after
was an
yeah.
accident, yes.
Okay, the Countess Inn's common room is hung with old, faded banners, most showing some variant of a black and white dragon crest, the coat of arms of the various rulers of Dragonholt, going back generations. The far wall is painted with an expansive mural showing a large tree that you take to be a great oak at the heart of Eventide Forest. Its boughs enfolding the figure of a green-eyed woman wearing a silver coronet, presumably Countess Regina. The patrons in the common room are a collection of men and women of various races, all in their middle or later years, well-to-do judging from their clothing. They talk quietly in small groups or sit reading or napping by one of the two hearths on either side of the room. You find yourself matching their demeanor, walking more carefully, lowering your voice almost without meaning to. An elderly human woman in a green...
not.
Huh?
I'm not.
Yeah, you're probably the one standing. What is happening? Why is everyone so quiet?
Exactly. Man.
An elderly human woman in a green dress sits at a table directly beneath the painted tree and waves you over as soon as she catches your eye. Welcome to the Countess Inn, she says in a hushed tone. You must be new in the village. I'm Ursula. If there's anything you need, don't hesitate to ask me or my daughter. She motions towards a slender, almost ethereal woman in her middle years carrying a tray through the common room.
She's so pretty.
Pretty young thing, isn't she?
Yes.
Shut up, kid. The only one of my children left. The others have all moved away.
The other ones die? Oh.
Tactful. You're loud. He's a moron. How did I end up in this band? You know. Okay, anyway, if story point 03, I'm guessing is what that is?
Yeah.
Is that marked?
No.
Then we do the other one. 5562.
I hope this doesn't come back to haunt us.
5562.
5562.
Oh, there I am. Oh, I faded away.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I figured it out. I did really.
5562. Is that what I said?
We ain't going back.
Keep going, but I figured it out.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Okay. A small group of silver-haired men and women ponder over a board of light and dark squares adorned with wooden playing pieces. They're playing a game.
Chess.
Shut up. No, it's not chess. It's checkers. It's too difficult for chess. They're quiet. A man half reads, half dozes by the fire. The room is filled with a vibrant, intense hush. Hush.
I got it.
I don't like this!
It says plot to kill noble family. Probably doesn't mean anything.
Anyway.
It says this out loud in the middle of the end.
I
got it! It
I
says
figured it out! We're on the die.
It says, please refer to my first letter. That meant the first letter of each of the misspelled words. I was looking for something much harder than that.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
That was a judgment of the game creators. I was looking for something much more.
Yeah, I know. That makes you sound smarter, right? You're like, I was going too deep.
You just missed it. Yeah, okay, anyway. So, men are sitting around, they're playing chess. A man half reads, half dozes by the fire. The room is filled with a vibrant, intense hush. Ursula sits in her usual seat beneath a painted tree, sipping tea from a silver cup.
If her last kid's name is Ariel, I'm gonna cry foul. Ursula and Ariel.
So choices go to Sam now?
No, me.
No.
Okay, fine.
It's supposed to. The choices stay with you until this encounter is over. When we go to each location.
Well, yeah, but we're just passing the book so that we do different things.
Okay.
Wait, what are you doing?
Breaking the rules already.
Making sure that this is correct. It seems like a little bit of a weird jump.
What happens?
8742.
And you read 8742, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm just making sure. Hey.
Oh, in case you were off track.
Because it does seem a little abrupt. 5562.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so your choices are as follows. Get something to eat. It requires that you each of us, spend 5 gold. That's
How much gold do we have?
We ain't got no gold.
I ain't got no crystal.
Do we have money?
I ain't got no gold.
I ain't got that moolah cash.
That's why I'm
if you're
looking for a
trying to
job.
sell.
All right. What else? What else we got?
Food. Hey, I steal your money. Deliver the letter to Ursula. Requires story point 03.
Is this supposed to go to Ursula?
We don't got it. I don't got no letters.
And then the
you
other
were
thing
just
is we can
waving
just
it around,
leave
sir.
the countess in and the encounter is complete.
So you're saying I figured that out too
late.
slow.
Yes.
All right. Guys, when we were on our way here, I saw this place called
So
the
what do we
Chatty
do? We're
Archer.
not eating, right? We're just
wait.
leaving.
Well,
We don't have the money to do, and we can't deliver the letter, so we have
why
to
can't we
leave.
deliver the letter?
Because
We
03
need
has
that
to be marked.
03. That story point needs to be. All right, so we're done. This encounter is over. And then what happens when we finish an encounter?
We go to somewhere else. I'd like to go to the Chatty
But
Arthur.
don't we have to like mark that a day ended or something? No, right?
No, not unless it tells us. That's time passes.
Okay.
I want to go to Chatty Arthur.
Oh my goodness.
Archer, man. Chatty Archer.
It has the word Chatty in it. I saw it. There was a little man outside. An archery butt lies under a maple tree outside this rustic lodge-style tavern.
Time out.
Yes.
What's an archery butt?
I believe it's the back part of an archer. An arrow, I mean an archer.
A back part
No,
of an
no,
archer.
it's the back part of an archer. It's an
Okay.
archer's butt.
Yes.
No kidding.
No, archery. Okay, anyway. Several hours are stuck within it. Maybe that's not what it is. Anyway, and others stand point down in the
Gotta be
earth
the
by the
target.
tavern's polished pinewood door. A strung bow hangs over the door, nestled under the awning to protect it from the elements. If 4 more time has passed, we don't do that. Otherwise, it's not open until the evening. This encounter is complete. Ah! It's not
So
open!
basically, we just knocked on the door.
It's not open!
I want to see the butt. They're like, come back later.
Where do you want to go, Sam?
By my beard, we're going to the Drunken Hog.
That's how you do it. I bet you 2 gold. They just have milk.
Oh, yeah, we have 100 gold, it says. The people
What?
here.
We could have spent 5 gold.
Goodbye.
See ya.
I'm rich. How much is 100 gold in this world?
I don't know.
Food was 5, so 100 is really not that much money.
Probably not.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
It was 5 each, though.
The Drunken Hog. The Drunken Hog is marked by no sign save a discarded oak hogshead. The building is low and square, its entrance sunken below the street and barred by a door black with grime.
This might be your people.
Its windows are greasy waxed paper, and the entire building
think
seems
I'm
like
allowed
it
in
hasn't
here.
been cleaned since it was built.
Be quiet.
If 5 or more time has passed today, read the entry below that it corresponds to the current day. Otherwise, the Drunken Hog is not open until the evening. How do we get some time passage happening here, people?
Are we sure the time doesn't pass when we go somewhere?
No, I don't think so. It didn't say that at the beginning.
I don't know. Sam read some stuff. I don't know.
All right, pick one. Oh, yeah, it's true. When you did read the thing, did it say time passed when we went from encounter to encounter?
No.
No, I think that just pick a place to go to, Sam. Or Z.
Yeah, but it's going to say the same thing after all of these.
No,
Apparently.
well, no, some of them are closed. The inns don't open till night,
Where
so
is
don't
that?
go
Here's-
to an inn.
Here's this thing. Hold on. Days. It says the encounters in this book take place over multiple days, tracked on the tracking sheet. At the end of each day. So.
Yeah, there's going to be things that say time passes, and we mark them off. So just go to a place that's open in a day. Is
The orchard's open.
Why wouldn't?
that where you want to go? Let's go to the orchard.
So what is it?
11:20.
11:20. There you go.
Hey, man, I'm just as disappointed. The Chatty Archer, I was hoping there'd be some people there who could talk and shoot bows.
I'm thirsty.
It's 9
Me?
o'clock in the
11.
morning! Yo,
Still thirsty. I had to drink stupid juice and watch that stupid feline character eat that stupid white liquid. I don't want any of that.
it's not stupid! You're ruining this whole trip!
I'll give you half of my gold to poison that one. All right, here we go. The orchard. Haphazard rows of apples and trees sprawl west and north of the village, heavy with sweet red fruit. The trees.
pick apples.
The trees are twisted and only somewhat tame, their older and thicker branches propped up by wooden poles or ropes. Here and there, a dangling charm, carefully placed monument, or carved message adorns the trees. If 5 or less time has passed...
Oh, that's less. It's still morning.
It's 5 or less. Okay.
Okay, so 2447.
All right, something's in the trees.
Something to 2447.
Maybe there's another cat here. My cats used to go out to the orchard all the time.
You know, I do like the orchard.
I have never
actually.
seen a cat eat an apple.
No. They would eat the mice and the ushavatos.
Mainly we just...
Ushavatos.
It was good. It worked.
They got in the grain.
Don't judge it.
Yes.
Let them try.
Those pesky ushavatos.
All right. Workers walk the rows of trees, some carrying sacks, other carrying ladders, still other carrying shears and saws. The orchard foreman, a human woman with skin as brown and wrinkled as an overwintered apple, approaches you.
She looks like an overripe...
Hello, madam. You here to pay your respects, or are you looking for work? And then
that's right. We said we were going to work in the orchard. I forgot about that.
Why would we be there to pay our respects to what?
That
To
was
whom?
my first question.
Well, read the choices there.
No.
Who died?
What's the first choice?
The first choice is here to help with the harvest.
That's not the first choice.
Shut up.
The first choice is, what do you mean, pay our respects?
And so, what do you mean pay respects? Here to help with the harvest, came to visit the spirits, or just passing through?
That's his choice.
Oh, I would say,
Unfortunately.
what do you mean pay respects?
Yes.
That's true, he would. 6128.
Yes.
6128. Okay,
And
keep his mouth shut.
we know that we're not doing this absolutely correct.
The orchard foreman cocks her
Aren't we?
head.
No.
You
You're
knew in
supposed to
town?
read this until the encounter is
Is that
Oh,
what it
we
does
don't
say
care
in the
about
brown
that.
section you
Yeah,
read?
we
Yeah,
don't.
but it's more fun to read it. Okay. These trees were planted with the village, you understand. Our ancestors are here in the trees. I don't see them. She gestures to the closest tree, where a small wooden placard hangs from one bough. Its paint faded from sun and time. Both me sons, their ashes are buried under this tree here, died in the war. She bows her head and doffs her leather cap. Everyone's got a friend or loved one who lives in our apple trees. The Countess family, they got that big tree in the middle of the grove. Young Sonia was just interred there the other day. May her tree grow strong. The foreman dons her hat again and turns away. Anyway, I got work to do. We can say thanks for your time, which will pass time.
So,
Or we can say, do you need help with the harvest?
you're saying you think your dead ancestors are living up in them trees.
You're a spiritless creature.
Sam, are you going to help with the harvest or just leave?
Let's help them. You don't want to help them? No? Okay.
Can you make beer out of apples?
I'm pretty sure the answer to that question is yes.
How long will it take?
Well, that's like
Make
an
beer
hour or
about
two.
3 weeks. Take about 3 weeks.
Alright, well fine, we'll do what the stupid cat wants to do.
4948. I'm going to need help. I have lots of energy.
948. Well,
I'm
good.
a very
Maybe you'll have enough energy for the two.
I'm a very empathetic character. That's what it is.
4948, you said?
Yes.
The foreman
Except with
grins
you.
and hands you a bushel bag. Is there a spirit
I'm so
in
glad
here
we're playing this
too?
game today. We're working.
Good to hear. Get to picking. When that bag's full, bring it to me and I'll give you another. I'll give you something too, lady.
I'm having a good
It's
day
hard,
picking apples.
hot work. Moving down the row of trees and finding the ripe apples, the workers help point you toward the trees that are in season. Most of the orchard comes ripe
Why did
in
we
the
do
fall,
this?
of course. But these trees closest to the village are summer apples, explains a dwarf man. Hey, dwarves, with his beard in 2 braids. I like 'em tartar. They might make
Some what?
better cider too.
He likes tartar sauce, I believe is what he said.
Harter?
Tartar.
Oh, tartar, as in more tart.
More tart.
I'm just making
dumb
sure.
cat.
You didn't have like a weird speech
Are
impediment.
we done yet?
You manage to fill 5 bushel bags with a few hours' work. The foreman pays you 2 coins per bag.
How many did we fill?
This making me do math. 2 times 5.
5 bags.
200 coins? Oh my goodness.
You each gain
50,
10 gold.
50, 10.
All right.
60 coins.
All right, so
That doesn't say here I have
we
100
each-
gold.
I'm looking because people on the internet said that.
Where's my 100 gold, fool? Did you touch my gold?
No, if we have 100 gold, then we should split it evenly.
Yeah, why? No, you don't get to hold my gold.
I'm looking that up. Just take the 10 gold for now and be happy.
No, let's say we each have 43.
No, we might each have 100 gold. That's what I'm looking for.
I have 200 if that's the case. I found 100.
No, you didn't.
I killed a man. Took his 100. I'm
Two
a
New
fairly
Roads, this
shady
was the
character,
first one
I'm
we
afraid
played,
to say.
Yeah, it was.
Very empathetic, and I do care about emotionality,
Emotionality.
but I'm also looking out for number 1. I'm a fairly shady person. I'm always on the move.
Okay, we each lose 1 stamina.
Why?
You lose because we've been working all day, you dumb human.
Let's just go drink some milk after this.
You each lose 1 additional stamina unless you have the endurance skill, which I have.
I don't.
Ah!
I better not keep this up.
This is hard.
Man, I swear,
Have you not worked a proper day's labor?
not really. That does make sense.
Is the
I'm a
chatty
musician.
archer open yet?
Okay, explain this
So
to
did you
me.
figure out about the gold?
I'm still looking at it. What does
Oh
it
my
matter?
I have a
We
question.
ain't going to the
though. I
chatty
have a
archer
question.
until you figure out.
Ah!
It's okay, little buddy. It's okay. We'll go.
I want to talk to an archer who's chatty.
I know you do.
It says mark 1 progress in physical training. What does that mean? Mark 1 progress in physical training.
Look at the back of the book. Is it there?
Oh, yes. Let's see. Physical training. Mark 1 progress. So we just mark 1 thing off here.
Yeah.
A monster.
As long as 6 progress is marked in physical training, you may learn any of the following skills: agility, athletics, endurance, or stealth at the cost of 1 experience point per skill. You may learn a new skill at any time. So we got to get this marked up to 6. And once we do that, we can learn
It's like a
any
really
of those
long
skills.
campaign, I guess.
Maybe.
No, I mean, like, this seems to be a very long game overall.
And time passes.
You know?
Time passes.
Yeah!
That's what
Wow.
I'm talking
Chatty
about.
archer! Chatty archer!
No, that's like 1.
Oh, yeah, it's still the morning. Oh, I see. It's 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the evening, 2 at night. Okay, okay.
So now
That's
we
day 1. Yeah.
mark
Wow,
day
that's
1.
cool. It's very in-depth.
All right. There's a lot of work to be done. Continue helping, or we can leave the orchard, in which case the encounter is complete. So we can continue helping.
I assume we'll lose another 2 stamina, but maybe get some more gold and probably get another
I don't
and
know.
another click in that stat.
It's your choice.
What do you guys think?
I have it ready.
Well, what do you think? You want to keep working, helping them out, or finish out the morning at the orchard?
We're getting money. People think spirits are everywhere. They need help.
Actually, maybe if we stay longer outside the game, maybe something interesting will happen. Maybe a dragon will come and eat the apples.
Let's go. We're leaving.
Or the human.
We're leaving?
No, we're staying. Okay, but no, don't mention dragon to me again.
We're leaving. All right, so 60, 50.
How much gold do I have, child?
I still can't find anything.
You gotta figure this out quick. By the time I'm done reading the next entry
Told you
here,
we're not going to that
if
stupid
you don't
archery
let me
place.
know how much gold I have, I'm gonna gut you and take your gold.
I hate
Did
you
I
so
say
much.
I was empathetic? Yes, but not with you. What number?
60, 52.
Yeah, okay.
Somewhere.
Here we go.
I
With a
think
good.
I love ya.
No, that sounds right. 60/50 talks about apples immediately.
It does? Okay.
Yeah.
Where can we pick some blueberries?
Yeah, it seems like it. With a good number of apples now filling her cart, the foreman leads you to the cider house at the edge of the orchard.
The what? The cider house? Oh, I bet you there's fermented apples in there.
Yeah. You spend a while sorting apples into massive crates, then carting barrels of the lower grade ones up to the press itself, tumbling them into the hopper and turning the massive crank to squeeze out the cider. You fill several barrels of cider that way, then set them aside to ferment. A good day's work. Oh, it's a woman, isn't it? The foreman.
It doesn't matter.
It's 100 gold for everyone.
Thank you.
I mean,
Each of us.
no.
Still not going
100
to the
gold
chatty
split.
Arthur.
I hate
It's 100
you.
gold split.
I'll take 30. You can both have 40. That's
It's 110, you moron.
okay, then I'll take 50 and you can each have 70.
Okay, how about this? How about 30? 30. The rest.
Oh.
I'll take 30. All right.
So that leaves 70 left.
35, 35, whatever.
Yes.
Let's go. Kid doesn't get. Actually, give up another gold. Another 10.
I don't want it.
Child! Can be chatty Archie. Anyway, okay, she says, a good day's work, I think. Kind of sounds like that. Says the foreman, thanks for your help. It is she. She gives you a tall mug of cider and 10 gold coins, then walks off whistling. Stupid people like poison now.
No, she doesn't say that.
That's not what she says. You each lose 1 stamina. You each lose 2 additional stamina unless you have athletics or endurance.
What if I have both of those?
Then shut up about it.
That's right.
None of mine work.
I'm really tired.
Like literally, I've not used one of these once yet, I think.
I'm ready to go on the town.
I used performance once, remember, when you
This
get
cider
the
is
distraction.
Oh, that's right, so stupid.
this cider is really
hold
good.
on. Let me finish this out. So 1 stamina and an additional 2 for me, so I lose 3. I'm down to 7. I'm down half my life force from picking apples.
I'm at 5.
You're a weakling.
That's sad. I need to
Yes.
really play more.
What are you at?
5. I'm really tired. Those apples were heavy.
I am in character right now. I am laughing at both of
Yeah,
you.
you are. All right. You each gain 10 gold, so I have my 35. We got 10
We should
already.
have
55.
I have 50 gold. That's the most gold I've ever had. Let's go drink some more milk.
Mark 2 progress in physical training. 2 progress. Time passes. This encounter is complete.
Okay, so 2 progress.
Woo! My muscles. Hey, this is like Karate Kid. After we're picking apples for half a day, I'm already halfway to learning some new skill.
This is like an apple picking montage, is what this was, basically.
No.
All right, that was it. That ended. So we go back to the map, right?
Really?
Yes.
Wait, I get to pick now, don't I?
Yes.
How do I need to heal, man? We got to go get some food.
What do you think would be open in a day?
What time is it now?
It's afternoon.
Watch out, you're smudging them.
You're right, I am. Market Street?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, 5500. Dragonholt's Market Street is barely 100 yards long, a wide, partly cobbled lane that runs from Village Green out towards the fields and farms that surround the town. Along the center of the street marches a line of trees, providing a number of convenient bows to which merchants might tie their tents and awnings when they set up their stalls. Bordering the street are several permanent fixture stores. Along the west side of the street, a seamstress, a woodworker, a butcher, and a smithy. Along the east side, the apothecary shop, a baker, oh, I guess I could have just gone to the bakery, and a Fletcher. A small tea house stands between the apothecary shop and the bakery. There are no posted business hours, and you can't say you've ever seen the shop open. But it's kept in fine condition all the time. So this is day 1. A small group of young goats is cavorting in a row of trees,
Goats?
climbing up into the lower branches and leaping down upon one another.
Down.
2 small human children are watching and laughing, but when they see Sam, they run off between the bakers and the Fletchers to play somewhere else.
Oh, then why would they say me?
Said, well, it might have said
Who did it
you.
say?
I think they meant you. The goats, at least, are indifferent to your presence. For the time being, no stalls or carts are set up along the center of the street. A notice board under a large tree at the end of the street indicates that the next market day is 2 days from today.
Come on.
Ah!
Come on.
Now where do we go?
Who's a good goat? Who's a good goat?
gracious.
Come on, goat. Come on.
Well, she was talking about the.
Come on, No one.
She was talking about the
Can I buy a goat?
spirits
Yeah.
in the orchard. Maybe go to the shrine.
Oh.
Maybe we can rest there.
Go to the
I
shrine.
mean, I don't want to rest that long, though.
2790.
You know. Why don't we go rest at like a regular inn?
Because we're not actually going to rest, you weirdo.
Well, he said maybe we can rest there.
He's also an 18-year-old pup of a boy.
That's true.
27.
I wonder how long my
90.
people live. Maybe I shouldn't be only 34 years old. Maybe I should be like 134.
27.
Maybe that's
90.
young by
All right, the
weird
shrine. The
cat
shrine is a building of white marble with a domed glass ceiling. A garden of flowers, fruits, and vegetables is laid out behind the shrine and surrounded
Finally, a
by
vegan
a low
option.
garden wall. In front of the shrine stands a marble column, a beacon of fire at its tip. Okay, it's not day 5.
No.
It is not day 7.
Nope.
Do we have story point C2 marked?
Where are those?
C2?
I see 2.
No.
Otherwise, read entry 4010. All right.
Is that 4-1?
4010 is a bad entry.
40.
I'm sorry. I didn't decipher the letters sooner. It's all my fault.
4010.
It really is, man. It really is.
The sanctuary is cool and peaceful. It ripples with light and shadow as natural light filters through the glass dome and falls upon the rocky pool in the center of the room. You've never owned a cat, have you?
I'm on my back right now, technically.
Oh my goodness, that was not awkward at all. The space is filled with the silence of a babbling spring
That makes me think about
as water bubbles up from the rock and flows out to the garden outside. The spirits are strong here, says a voice from behind you.
It's Yoda, man.
An elderly orc man emerges from the
That is
shadows. Yeah, just tall, right? His arms clasped behind his back.
That is
He
Yoda.
walks to the pool and stands, staring into its ever-shifting light. If you listen, you can hear them speaking. He cocks his head and then grins a tusky grin in your direction. Or perhaps that's just the water.
Give me a gold.
I'm Scala. I look after the shrine. You are welcome here. Mark story point C2.
Done.
Okay, we can spend some time in quiet meditation or leave the shrine.
Oh, the spending time in quiet meditation. Watch, I can do it right now. That was cool.
All right, let's see if we can elongate that a little bit.
This character's the best.
I meditated for at least 10 seconds. I'll try longer.
All right, 3-1.
I'm still meditating. I can't even do it.
3196. You settle yourself on a rock by the pool's edge and open yourself to the experience. As you meditate, Scala silently places a candle before you, lights it, and shuffles away. You watch the candle burning down, listening to the murmuring of the spirits and the water. Mark 1 progress in spiritual meditation.
Oh, nice.
And time.
Nice, dude.
So we're like leveling up here. I'm feeling pretty good about this. It's been a profitable day.
It's been good
If
today.
story
I've grown.
point I7 is marked, but F3 is not.
Nope.
Otherwise, time passes, and this encounter is complete.
Woo! I feel meditated.
All right. So with spiritual meditation, as long as 5 progress is marked in spiritual meditation, you may learn any of the following skills: awareness, devotion, or willpower at the cost of 1 experience. And you can
Z, where do we go now?
learn a new skill at any time.
I'm so chill right
Hey,
now.
where are we going now? Chatty Archer, Chatty Archer, Chatty Archer, Chatty Archer,
Come
Chatty
on,
Archer,
Bob
Chatty
Ross.
Archer, Chatty Archer, Chatty Archer, Chatty Archer. More bakery.
Maybe we should go back to the Swan and ask Sapphire, when does crap open up in this stupid town?
Well, we actually could go back. We could go back to the Swan and pay for the food now, since we know we have money.
Can we go to the bakery?
All right, bakery, give it to him. 6,800.
68.
Go to the bakery.
I think.
What?
Nothing.
Is the bakery open?
Well, probably not. Nothing else is open.
Well, the bakery's supposed to open.
You reading? Am I reading?
It's you.
Early.
6-8. The bakery has a What?
What have we walked into here? I walk in and it's like,
Marble
there's like,
in
is
my
this the Matrix? A glitch here? Like,
Poodle bakery.
Anyway.
Welcome to the bakery.
Cavolo rolls. The bakery has a warm and cozy storefront featuring a counter
An encounter.
with various
Just clicked
baked
on myself. That's disgusting.
with various baked goods on display and a few tables and chairs for customers to enjoy their pastries. If 5 or less time has passed today,
Okay, less.
read the entry below that corresponds to the current day. Oh, okay. So it's day 1, right?
Yes.
yeah.
You step into the bakery and are greeted by the warm smell of baking bread and the chiming of a silver bell on the door.
I'm going to keep opening the door and closing it.
Freaking me out, man.
He's gonna be like clinging to the ceiling.
And then, okay, so the chiming of a silver bell on the door. I'll be right with you, calls a voice with a thick Dunmore accent.
Okay, I got to remember that now.
It's definitely a dwarf.
If this is your first time visiting this location while it is open, I love that, while it is open. Maybe we're in here with break in there, steal some rolls. It is the first time we're in here. 3-4-60. 3-4-60. A muscular dwarf man comes bustling through a door in the back wall, carrying a wooden tray piled high with steaming pastries.
Is he your brother?
The man has golden brown skin and chestnut hair. He is gorgeous. His beard is tied in many braids. Yeah, it doesn't say he's gorgeous. His beard is tied in many braids, currently all bound together by a length of twine. He brushes flour off his hands and off the sturdy, practical apron he wears. Hello, he says. Me name is Grisbeck Hearthstone, and this here be the Hearthstone Bakery. Welcome. Grisbeck slides
give
the
him all my money.
pastries.
He's so
Slides the
impressive.
pastries off his tray, placing each one carefully on a shelf
it off your
beneath the counter as he does. While he works, he continues to chat. I don't think I've seen ye about before.
We're new.
New in town, are ye? Let me finish, laddie. You confirm that you are and introduce yourself, and he bobs his head. Well, pleased to meet ye. Ain't that fine? Da, calls a small voice. The door. Grisbeck smiles and lays one finger alongside his nose. Just a moment. He turns and opens the door. He turns and opens the door in the back wall, admitting a young dwarf girl carrying a broad basket. Her hair is copper, as compared to his warm brown, but the same golden brown skin. This is me daughter, Penny, he explains. Mark story point N2.
Penny for your thoughts.
Pleased to meet ye. The girl says as she stacks loaves of bread from within her basket on the counter above her head. If story point H8 is marked,
No.
otherwise 8-1-25. Here you go, take over. 8-1-25. 8-1-25. Over there.
Penny, says Grisbeck in a Scottish accent, you've done plenty to help your dad out today. I can't do it.
Very
You should run and play with your friends now. Oh, Dad, says the girl, I told ye, what use have I got for friends when I got the best dad south of the Dunmore Mountains? She smiles, but it seems a fragile sort of thing, and then she settles down under the windows with a knit owl whose head is attached only by a thread. Penny, says Grisbeck, what happened to the thing owl? Those boys tore him again, says Penny, patting the owl mournfully. Oh, that ain't right, sighs the baker. He tugs at his beard and clicks his tongue. They ought to know better to do such a thing. He frowns and shakes his head and turns his attention to you. What can I do for you? We can get something to eat, which costs us each 5 gold.
Or we can go pound some.
We can
boy
offer
boys.
to repair the doll, which requires you to have craftsmanship. I don't think any of us has that.
I'm not, don't check my skills for basically
We can
anything.
give Penny a gift, which requires us to have a cloth doll, not a wooden trinket. Sorry, man. Or we can leave the bakery.
I wanted to pound some mean kids, yeah.
Oh.
I was with you.
Scratching fools up.
I guess we have to do the gold thing, right?
Yeah.
Eating, we're gonna eat.
We're all spending
let's,
5
let's
gold.
hang out here a while.
We're
I
all
like
spending
them.
5 gold.
Yeah. And that's
Can you spot me?
2078.
You spot me the mic.
Oh, sure.
2078.
Sir, do you have catnip bread? He likes that a lot.
Catnip bread?
That would be gross.
That would be gross. 2098.
As opposed to like catnip?
No.
Catnip's
What did
fine.
you say? What number? You need to be more prolific with your numbers.
Well, first of all, I feel like I said it.
You did, but I just didn't hear it.
All right, let me go to the bakery. And bakery 68. Go to the bakery. Go there. 3460.
I don't know. I'll write it down. I'll just start writing down numbers, maybe.
8125. And it was 2078.
2070. Okay, there was
In the year
2708. 2078.
That's correct.
Grisbig places a still steaming loaf of dark bread.
Oh my
Pretty dumb. I mean, I'm sorry.
Don't pause there. Just
Words
keep
are
going.
important.
I
Words
know,
are
it's
important.
just mention the bread earlier. I would.
We're at a bakery. We're crying out loud. There's no one to make a
filthy
baby.
dwarf.
All
I
right,
can't trust these creatures. I can't trust them to be clean. Do you have any idea how clean?
Let's go.
Grisbig places a still steaming loaf. I am proud of that one. I am.
Sure you are.
Of dark bread
Okay,
in
stop.
front of you. Eat, he says.
No!
It's best still hot.
Okay, fine, I'm eating it. Do we gain stamina back? That's what I want to know.
Oh,
Oh, man.
you get sick from dysentery.
What do we get? Stop. You're all five.
So stupid.
With a clatter, he drops a crocker of
Don't read the story, just paraphrase, okay?
trying.
Oh man, come
He
on.
drops a crocker of butter and another of honey on the table as well. I'll say this for the lowlands, Grisbig allows.
right.
The honey is quite good.
All right.
You each recovered 2 stamina,
Yeah!
which is all I needed to recover. I'm back up to full strength. And time passes.
And Chatty Archer is open!
No, it's not, because we're not 5. It's only 4.
I was hoping to like find an adventure here, though. Let's find an adventure. Why don't we just go
We're
around and eat
trying
some,
to. Okay,
pick some apples, meditate, and eat some bread.
Now, I'll give a gift for you, Penny. Requires doll. Thank you for the meal. The encounter is complete. All right, so where do we go next?
Come on. Let's go back to Swan and eat lunch there. I'm hungry still.
You just ate bread.
Wow.
Steaming loaf of.
We need to get a different.
Here, let's use this one.
Nah, that one's not.
That won't be that runny ink. Huh?
Well, I mean,
Listen, we need a
everything's.
Sharpie is what we need.
Yeah, which we
Yeah.
have in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, if only this was a legacy table. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Listen, a cat couldn't make a worse mess.
Oh, there it is.
Look at this.
Got it.
All right.
All right. So
Meanwhile, pick where we're going
mark all
next.
this jazz. All right. Where do you think there's going to be an adventure? Guard station? Should we go see what's up?
Maybe the Village Green.
The Village Green. Play golf. Actually, I don't
Have you
know.
ever been to a fantasy town before?
No, I haven't. Is that supposed
Well, there's
to?
the Eastern Road. Maybe there's something over here.
About the Willow Grove.
All right, cool. Let's go there.
Or the dragon statues, but I'm scared. Okay, Willow Grove it is, man. Let's do that.
All right,
is it?
all right, all right.
1790, which is when this story is set.
There you go.
1790, Willow Grove. The road leading south out of the village splits around a large grove of willow and oak trees. The villagers seem to treat the grove as a sort of park or meeting spot. There are almost always children playing among the trees or families enjoying the sun and the breeze. If it is day 2 and exactly 2 time has passed today,
Very specific.
Oh, we need to come back for that. Write that down, man. I want to know what's up.
Fine.
Day 2. Time 2. Eastern Road meeting. Something's gonna happen. All right, so that's not true. If it is day 5, it is not. If it is day 6 and 6 or more time has passed.
Oh my goodness.
Otherwise, this one. What is going on at the Willow Grove? It's weird.
There's a lot of stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry, Eastern Road. No, Willow.
You don't even know where we are. I thought a cat could read by the sun.
It's not a thing. 1370.
It did have an Egyptian flair to it, though.
1370.
Ooh, we should call him Ra. Ra the cat.
All right.
Ra's not a cat, though.
Nick Ra.
The road. Got it. It's just a weird sentence. The road, if a wagon track that is simply 2 ruts running through the grass can be called that,
It is.
runs south out of Dragonholt and marches past the mill. Visible in the distance is a leaning stone tower. Beyond the mill, hills pile atop one another, purpling with distance as they reach toward the sky. So our choices are, whose choice is it to make?
Mine.
Okay, you want an adventure, Sonny?
Yes.
Here are your choices. Head to the mine in the south. Requires story point B1. That be marked.
It is not.
Then we return to the village. Post haste.
It's not.
And this encounter is complete.
All right, fine.
Wait, you chose not to go to the mines?
No, we don't
He
have
doesn't
story
it.
B1.
He doesn't have it.
All right. I'm going to...
See, but that does send us somewhere else.
Yeah, it does. That
That takes us there. If we do that, we then pick up the sliver of...
I'm going to the Village Green. Village Green.
Spoil too much.
I'm going to read this book through.
The Village
later
Green
on.
is a common meeting place for much of the village. It features a small pond, a well, a fire pit where the village holds frequent bonfires, a miniature golf course, and a penned area for livestock.
Does not have a miniature golf course. Why did you add that in there?
Though, because he said the green. Anyway, though much of the livestock brought to the green are left to wander and graze. It's day 1. As you enter the green, a small horde of ducks, runs quacking away
call
from
it?
you.
I don't think so.
A horde of ducks.
Settling down to grumble to one another once they're safely out of reach.
Weaponized?
A few villagers walk along the edge of the green on their own business. Lying in the grass in the center of the green, you see an orc man, his arms folded behind his head. Is Z8 marked? It's not. Is C2 marked? It is, but Z8 is not. That's right. Read 5793. We got one of the branches to work.
By the time something happens.
As you draw closer, you see the Scala, the orc spirit speaker,
right now,
who maintains the village shrine. It's that same guy we met before.
Scala.
He turns his head and nods at you as you approach, then relaxes back to stare at the sky. Don't mind me, he says, just communing with the spirits of the sky. Then he yawns. You can't help but think that communing with the spirits of the sky looks an awful lot like taking a nap. So, Sam, you can inquire about the spirits, lie in the grass and watch the clouds, or leave them alone and find something else to do.
I'm inquiring about these stupid spirits.
5336.
Thank you.
5336.
Being so succinct and projecting. What was it again?
Oh my
Just
goodness.
kidding.
I wrote it down.
I got it. 533.
I think it's 9
5332.
882.
6.
I know. 5336. Well, the thing about spirits is that they're everywhere all the time, says
So
Scala.
stop.
Some are big, powerful spirits. Ones that dream long green dreams and make the seasons turn, like the spirit of Eventide. He nods to the west. But most are little things. The spirit of this blade of grass, the spirit of your shoe. They care only
I'm
about
sorry,
grass
shoe.
things or shoe things. The orc stretches his arm out above his head and thrusts one finger at the sky. But just because they're little, or far away,
Hello?
or simple doesn't mean...
what's going on? Oh, you're a moron. You're a moron.
Doesn't mean they're not
Listen to this
important.
shoe,
I gotta
man.
take a drink.
My father said
This guy's
some
raspy
spirits
voice
were in
killing me.
cups, and people spent too much time with them.
This kid has an alcoholic debt. FYI. Let's take care of him.
Why is alcohol?
That cloud has a spirit, and when the cloud is gone, the spirit will be too. But today it might rain on us, or it might not. And it's for me
Guy's
to listen.
boring.
I might stab
And
this dude. I'm
understand.
sorry.
He yawns and
So do
closes his eyes. And
I hate him.
sometimes the spirit of the sun in the field conspire to put a man to sleep. And I'll listen to that too.
Oh my goodness.
Lie in the grass and watch the clouds.
No. This guy's an idiot.
What's the other option?
Mark story point Z8. Time passes. This encounter is complete.
Let's do that.
If we do that, oh no, we have to lie in the grass.
No, it says, lie in the grass, watch the clouds, do this. Leave him alone, find something else to do.
No, dude, let's lie in the grass.
Mark point Z8 if we find something else to do.
Yeah, that means if we mark Z8, we'll never run into this guy again.
You want to lay down in the grass? That's cool with me.
No, I don't
Well,
care.
No, then as time passes, then we'll have enough time to go back to some of these other places that have.
You just want to go to Drunken Hog. I get
I
it.
do, yes.
All right,
Do
fine.
you not want to lay? He seems really boring to me. I'm sorry. He's talking a bunch of garbage.
Exactly, so let's move on.
He's like, come on, yeah, my shoe has spirits, and like, you know, the cloud's gonna rain on me, and that's a spirit. I'm out of here, man. Take your drugs by yourself.
I want an adventure!
I know.
So you want to lie down in the grass?
Where do you want to go? Pick some. Oh, it's your turn. Pick a spot.
Me?
Yes.
The Drunken Hog.
Yes.
Let's all go to the Drunken Hog. Let's all go to the Drunken
All
Hog.
right. If 5 or more time has passed today, we already read the how dirty it is and
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So time has passed today. Read day 1.
Day 1,
Yours.
baby.
Woo!
Let the-
I've never been in a place like
Let the
this.
spirits flow. Everything has a spirit.
There, yes.
All right, day 1. The long common room is hazy with smoke from the hearth and the pipes of the patrons. A
weird.
burly human man with a shaved head and a pointed beard is arm wrestling with an equally burly human woman covered in tattoos. A small crowd has gathered, excitedly exchanging coins as they wager on the outcome. If this is your first time visiting this location while it is open, read entry 6166.
Where'd she get those tattoos from?
She drank too many spirits.
Spirits. You can
They
drink
began-
spirits?
They began manifesting themselves.
My mother said Dad spent too much
magically in
time
her
with the
skin.
spirits.
The Drunken Hog's common room is long and narrow, its rafters too low, and its windows too high and small.
Oh, that's a long entry. Okay, go ahead.
This? Yeah. The dim lighting and rushes on the floor. Rushes on the floor? I don't know what that means.
The dim lighting and rushes on the floor hide what rushes.
What's
are
a
kind
rush?
of rug.
Oh, it is? I don't know that. Okay. Dim lighting and rushes on the floor hide what you judge from the smell is a terrible conglomeration of sick and mess and spilled ale. None of the patrons seem in the least put out by the
Seems
squalor.
like home.
By the squalor, and the room is full of raucous celebration and surly solitary alcoholism in equal measure. Interesting place. Against the long east wall lies a counter of rough hewn wood.
Rough hewn.
Hewn, okay, that one I haven't said out loud. Rough hewn wood has much palisade as bar. Behind it stands a gaunt orc woman, her cheeks marked with scars too regular to be accidental. That's creepy. At the counter leans a tall human man with broken veins and the red flush of alcohol coloring his speech. A short but heavily muscled gnome man perches atop a stool close at hand. They appear to be locked in an argument. Human man. I'm telling you, Thelga, there's no such thing as gnomes, says the human man to the orc. The orc woman raises an eyebrow and nods her head toward the gnome. Right? He's clearly a gnome, sitting right next to the human. So what about Norman, then? What's he? He even spells his name with a G.
Which is a guy named Norman whose name starts with a G?
Yeah, basically. The gnome finishes his drink in one gulp. Yeah, man, how do you explain me sitting right here if gnomes don't exist? The human makes a face somewhere between offended and pity. Don't be so hard on yourself, Norm. You're just short. No reason to call yourself a gnome. He pats the gnome, seriously, he has to be a gnome, on the shoulder. Norman brushes the human's hand aside. Gnome ain't an insult, it's my race, he exclaims, shaking his head. All right, what about Sapphire? Or the new girl, Sapphire's niece? He trails off, snapping his fingers for a moment. Miriam! Mariam, corrects the orc woman. The human man looks almost shocked. Who? The little one that just came to town with the orc? She can't be more than a decade old. What are you on about?
I like this guy.
I swear, who is speaking? I swear, Reginald, you're just impossible to deal with. He slaps 2 coins on the bar. I need another drink, Thelga. This idiot is too much. The orc woman behind the bar chuckles and pours him another mug of ale, then pockets the coins. So our options are, that was just a whole lot of fluff.
Yeah, but I bet you that orc woman means something later on.
So we get to eat, drink, and engage in tavern banter. We each spend 5 gold and hang out in here, or we can leave the Drunken Hog. I'm not leaving now. That
5 gold.
yeah, this place is disgusting, but let's check it out.
Okay, so Dragonholt is apparently a money pit.
Well, at least we got lots of money.
So 2038.
All right, write it down. You approach the bar and order refreshments.
I want refreshments.
Thelga, the orc bartender, pours you a drink in a chipped wooden cup and ladles out a helping of stew atop a slice of stale bread in a wooden trencher. Only the best, she says in a leaden voice. You each recover 2 stamina. Woo! I'm almost healed.
I didn't need it, but I'm eating it
You
anyway.
eat and drink and find the food improves as you drink. The crowd
getting better
continues
the
to
more I eat and
argue
drink.
and boast all around you. 7622. At the bar, Reginald continues in his incoherent insistence as to the non-existence of gnomes.
You're incoherent, sir.
Norman, for his part, seems to put that argument aside in favor of trading boasts with an old human man missing several of his fingers. The stories and rumors the two of them swap seem more than simply improbable.
It's impossible, in fact.
All right, Sam, here are your choices, and I already know which one Sam's going to pick. We can finish our meal alone, which makes time pass and encounter's over. We can listen to rumors and stories. We can brag about our own adventures. We can argue with Reginald that gnomes exist, but you have to be a gnome. Or you can look for an excuse to start a tavern brawl.
Oh, yeah! I take that back. We put it back in my cup.
9711. Was that even a...
I'm going to slap Reginald. 9711.
Yes.
Yeah. That's hilarious. That's a lot of options, though.
Guys,
Have you ever been in a fight, kid?
I'm feeling kind of funny. This drink is weird tasting.
Oh, that's not milk. Someone sold him an actual drink.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You order a tank of cheap yellow beer and look around the room for a likely target. Not far from the bar, you find an enormous human man sitting on a stool with his back to a wooden post. He stares at the fire, watching the flames with a scowl until you accidentally stumble and spill your beer all over his colorless shirt. It's not colorless anymore.
It's yellow now, my good sir.
What'd you do that for? What'd you do that for? He squeaks, staring down at his soaked and dripping torso. I don't. He sniffs, dabs at his nose, and begins to cry in great hiccuping sobs. Suddenly, a hand claps your shoulder, and you're spun to stare face to face with the gnome regular, Norman. You made a tiny cry, friend, growls Norman, and you're going to pay for that. He roars, shoves you back, and leaps to the floor, shucking his vest and revealing a surprisingly well-muscled body. Fight! Fight!
Kill him!
roars the crowd. Read entry 1200.
No, you got to stay on this one, Sam. You started the brawl.
Yeah,
You finish this to the end.
This is you. This is on you.
1200.
You did this.
1200.
If I lose even one piece of fur on this,
Okay.
This is the best drink I've ever had!
Norman throws a punch. You step aside. Someone throws a broken wooden mug at the back of your head, and the next thing you know, the entire tavern is a riot of fists and flying furniture.
Woo!
Reginald climbs on top of the bar and lays about himself with a stool. Norman launches himself at a woman with silver teeth and wrestles her into a headlock.
Why is this so
Two men, one bald and wiry, the other with a thicket of gray hair, lunge at you, punching and spitting. Thelga, the bartender, lifts a stout oaken rod and comes roaring around the bar, waving it above your head. Enough, she bellows. I'm trying to run a business here.
This is so much better than the cloud thing!
So we
Told you, kid.
each lose 3 stamina,
I'll gladly take it.
and you lose 2 additional stamina unless you have brawling or endurance. I have endurance, so I only
suck
lose,
at everything!
So I only lose 3.
Dude, I have survival.
I'm down
I'll
to
win
11.
this.
Let's put a show on.
Mark 1 progress on combat training, though.
Yeah!
This
I don't
was
understand.
Training.
I know, right? Oh, come on. My things are all bad.
I'm starting to feel a little bit worse.
Eventually,
Okay, you got a boot. Just do it over there.
Eventually, you, Norman, and a number of other belligerent patrons, each nursing bruises and sprains, find yourselves forcibly ejected and hurled out onto the streets of Dragonholt.
What?
The Norm brawler lies on his back in the mud of the street, chuckling to himself. Ah, he says, haven't had a good scrap like that since Riverwatch. Time passes and the encounter is complete.
Go back in!
That was a good fight. That was a good fight.
Go back in and start another fight!
That was good.
All
I
right,
enjoyed
encounter
that.
passes.
Where are we going, Z?
Let's go to the infirmary.
Well, the infirmary. Well, it would be the apothecary.
Chatty Archer, Chatty Archer, Chatty Archer, Chatty Archer.
Yeah, let's go to the chatty orchard.
The Charty Orchard?
What number is it? Well, it's
6,500.
Chunky.
6,500.
Let's go to the chunky orchard.
Yeah!
6-5 zip zip. Okay. 6-5 nada. Chatty Archer. An archery butt lies under a maple tree
We've
outside
already read this part.
No, but I like reading archery butt.
target.
An archery butt target.
It's probably like the.
Oh, you mean like that target with the thing?
Yeah.
That's probably what it's called.
Whatever. If 4 more time has passed today, then we read the current thing below. Okay, so day 1. We are past that. Day 1. You open the door and step into a warmly lit hall containing a smattering of oak tables and chairs. A long counter stretches the length of the left wall, bar stools in a row on one side, and a shelf holding bottles of varying shapes, sizes, and colors on the other. If this is your first time visiting this location while it is open, read 8752.
Guys, I'm not feeling too good.
Where's the
Wow.
7-5?
We got to drink again?
8752.
Guys, I'm not hungry no more.
He's not doing so good.
No, he's not.
Let's not get into a fight for a bit. A tall human man with broad shoulders stands behind the counter polishing a mug. His sleeves are rolled up, revealing muscular arms.
Where's the archery?
He said something about your mother.
He looks up at the door as you enter and gives you a toothy grin and a friendly nod. You new to Dragonholt?
About your mother.
You new to Dragonholt? Asks the man behind the counter. I don't reckon I've seen you before. He gives his mug a once-over and sets it on a lower shelf with others like it. Then he slings the drying cloth over his shoulder and steps towards you.
Let's chat.
The name's Hunter. I'm the owner of this here drinking hole.
Are you chatty?
Kathy.
Not really, I'm Hunter. You introduce yourself and glance around the room before taking a seat. There are patrons at several of the tables, men and women enjoying food, drink, and banter. Others are sitting at the bar engaged in conversation with a human woman behind the counter. Beside you sits an elderly human man whittling a small wooden duck. What's with the ducks?
There's a horde.
Oh, small wooden duck, nice. You look like the adventurous type. Who is speaking right now? Is it still Hunter? Yeah. You look like the adventurous type. Me and my wife, Lay, used to do some adventuring before settling down and opening this place. Hunter gestures to the woman behind the counter. She smiles and waves. Lay can fix you up something to eat if you're peckish. Just shout at us if you need anything at all.
I'm still not hungry.
And then, oh, adventuring, eh? Exclaims the older man sitting beside you. I had myself many an adventure in my day. Spent much of my youth making day trips to Eventide Forest.
Shut up, Grandpa.
Hey, kid. You smell like a bunch of booze.
I don't like anybody right
Smell
now.
like booze and vomit.
Though back then it wasn't as dangerous as it is now. The old man blows on his whittled duck, removing excess wood shavings. If story pulling V6 is marked,
It's not.
then 2806. Yes. You want to take over, or you want me to keep going?
I don't care.
I don't care. What's the 2806? Is that right? Asks Hunter. Tell us about it, Theo. The tavern owner sets a small bowl of nuts in front of you as the older man begins to tell a story about climbing.
Did you say Theo
Theo.
with a T?
TH.
Okay. Because this trinket has a T and a U carved into it with a heart.
Yeah, so whoever his woman
Theo
is and someone,
maybe,
yeah.
maybe.
Ursula.
Yeah, oh. Dun, dun,
Dun!
Ursula and Theo sitting in a tree.
One moment, please.
C-A-R-V-I-N-G.
Oh, you put your mouth in your shoe. That's nasty.
First I barked, then I looked. Technically. Okay, tell us about it, Theo. The tavern owner sets a small bowl of nuts in front of you as the older man begins to tell a story about climbing trees in the forest. You can tell immediately the story will last some time. Hunter leans over the counter to whisper to you. Don't mind old Theodore. He just likes to tell his stories to anyone who'll listen. Can't tell if he forgets he's already told the stories or if he just likes telling them again. You are about to respond when you get the sense that you're being watched.
Yes!
You cautiously glance around the tavern once more until your eyes fall on a hooded figure.
Strider!
A woman.
Stranger danger!
A woman, if you had to guess, sitting alone in the corner. You can barely see her face under the shroud of her ivy green cloak. Suddenly, the cloaked figure stands and exits the tavern through the back door. You follow her into the alley like a creeper, looking around the corners. Should be following this way. Looking around the corners of the nearby building to ensure no one else is around before calling out to her in a hushed voice. Celise.
Are you Celise?
Oh my goodness. Oh, wow.
5682.
You know, if we play that thing with Justin, when we do the RPG, I'm playing the same character.
No!
I'll get smacked around a lot by Justin, probably.
Yes, you will.
Okay,
82.
I know you just wrote down 5682. I have no idea why you're...
Yes, he just wrote down 5682.
So why are you in the
I don't know,
8,000s?
because I'm dyslexic right now.
Right now? You just like turn it on
Comes
and
and
off?
goes.
8256.
Ooh, you're getting these long stories.
Okay, I'm glad you came, says Celise. There is trouble afoot, and I am getting too old for trouble. Celise doesn't look a day older than when you met her, but then again, she is an elf. It says believer, I believe her. Whatever, that's a typo. I believe that someone is plotting against the noble family here.
I know, I stopped your...
Shh, quiet, child. Also, you smell like a whole bunch of booze. Stinking up the place, man. You might already know that the local lord is Lady Regina Fairfax, Countess of Dragonholt. She had, up until recently, 3 children, Sonia, Rochelle, and Philip. Regina is sick. She seems a little young to me to be dying already, but humans will do that on you, I suppose. So her daughter Sonia was poised to inherit the county. But Sonia came to me and said she had received a letter from her uncle Kirik, Regina's brother. Kirik demanded that Sonia renounce her position and support Kirik's claim to Regina's seat. Sonia refused him, of course. Days later, continues Celise, Sonia fell from her horse, struck her head on a rock, and died. Not suspicious on its own, perhaps, but Sonia was, an excellent rider. She was alone in the forest when it happened. I became concerned that Kirik had murdered her. I shared my suspicions with Timothy, Regina's steward, and that night as I returned to my bedroom, a heavy statue in the gallery toppled over and nearly killed me. Celise closes her eyes and leans back, resting her head. So I fled. I had already sent the letter to you, so I hid in the village, waiting. Mark story point V6.
Strong engine.
V6. Celise stands brushing down her cloak and taking a deep breath. But nothing unusual has happened since then, and Philip and Rochelle remain safe. It would seem the situation is not as dire as I suspected. For now, I think it wise for you to acquaint yourself with the villagers and gain their trust. We will need them on our side if it comes to a struggle for leadership. But right now, I will go straight to Lady Regina and tell her everything. Will you come with me? Our choices are, who's picking this?
Me!
Of course, Celise. Let's go now. Or, go on your own. I have other business to attend to. It's one of those two. Those are your
I'll
options.
take the first vomit choice.
No, that was just a burp. You vomited on the second. It's 5-4-5-5.
I'm getting over it. All right. There is a lot of reading in this part.
I know, yeah.
You go with Celise to Fairfax Manor, where
Maynard.
where a middle-aged human woman in servant's
Maynard.
livery opens the door for you with an expression of surprise. I must speak with the Countess at once, Mathilda, says Celise. Mathilda only nods and ushers you upstairs, where Regina's audience chamber lies in the manor's ancient round tower. The Countess's enormous black throne is empty, but the Countess is seated on a carpet by one hearth. She's a human woman of middling years with fair skin and enormous green eyes, almost luminescent in a face more lined by pain than by age. The Countess has a round hoop in her lap, a piece of intricate needlework. My lady, says Celise. Celise, says Regina. I had wondered if you had quit my service. Please introduce us. Celise bows and introduces you. Regina inclines her head but makes no effort to rise. What brings you to me today, my friend? With many pauses to word her story as diplomatically as possible, Celise says all the same garbage that she just said to the lady. As she speaks, a rail-thin man in a ruffled tunic slips in the room to stand silently at Regina's side. Yes, said Regina at length. Timothy told me much of this the day you disappeared, was it, Timothy? She offers one hand to the man in the ruffled shirt, who helps her to her feet with perfect form. Yes, my lady. I was not sure what to make of Miss Celise's suspicions, but I reported them dutifully. Regina crosses to her throne and sits with a sigh. She gestures to Timothy and points to a writing desk against the wall. Timothy, the book in the drawer there. He goes and fetches a slim leather-bound volume. This is Sonia's journal. I have not read it. There are things that a mother should not know about her daughter, I think, but you must do so, my friends. I do not want to believe that my brother would stoop to so reprehensible a crime as kinslaying. But I will not risk my children on the hope that Kirik is still the honorable man who stood aside for me when our father named me heir over him. She presses the book into your hands. We get the book wherever it is.
There's a book?
The book.
The book.
Oh, where's that book?
Sonia's journal.
Oh, I love reading people's journals.
Mark story P8.
What, girl?
All right. So, please, read it. Perhaps it contains some clue as to Sonia's fate. And perhaps you might prevent Rochelle and Philip from falling prey to a similar doom. She waves a hand and Timothy rushes forward to shepherd you from the room. Her ladyship tires easily these days.
Are we supposed to
He says, thank you, we will speak again. Celise frowns as she walks to the door. So Timothy isn't a traitor after all. Or perhaps he's covering. Or perhaps there's no traitor, just rotten luck.
Or perhaps I can't follow this story.
She shakes her head and opens the door. Read that book and make it a point to get to know the locals. I will call upon you again when you are needed. 2 time passes. The encounter is complete. And when 8 time has passed in day 1, we read entry 3877.
And we are allowed to read this now?
Oh, well, we're allowed to read that anytime we want.
But you go.
You return to your room and turn in for the night, collapsing into sleep almost immediately. Your dreams are strange and unsettled, full of lurking threats and the shadow of wings falling across the land, cast by a roaring fire. You wake in the middle of the night, cross to your window, and look out across the sleeping village by moonlight. Eventually you sleep again and dream of an endless forest and a plaintive voice calling for you. We each recover half of our maximum stamina, which is good because
Kitty cat.
I only needed 3.
How much are we regaining?
It's the half of
what
your-
you have.
Oh.
The chapter of the story ends here. When you're ready to begin the next
Half of what
chapter,
I have
we go to
now?
3,
No,
4,
half
3,
of your
2.
maximum.
So I'm regaining 7, which means I go all the way up.
You go up to 14, correct. What else did you say there?
I'm writing the number here, 3, 4, 3, 2. That's where we start on day 2.
All right.
Okay.
At the end of the day is the end of a chapter. It's a great time to take a break. You might wish to stop playing for now and pick up here at a later date. And just write the number down, which is what I just did. So this was kind of like a planning day. I know for sure that on day 2, time 2, that's tomorrow.
That's Willow Grove time, baby.
Yeah.
And we got a tavern brawl, thanks to Sam. We could have found that information, but Sam was like,
You're welcome for the one pretty much exciting part in the entire stream.
I got to drink a drink I never had before, and I'm never drinking it ever again in my whole life.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed the clouds. The clouds bit was good.
All right, well, I'm assuming that the next day is going to be more interesting than that day.
One can hope.
Well, we'll see. Just keep an eye out, folks. I don't know when we'll play this next. It
why
could be
not?
sooner rather than later. We might do it this week. We might do it next week.
Do I not have that?
I have it too.
Oh, I don't know.
I guess this is not as much of a, I don't know how people are still going to be enjoying these as time goes by.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yep. Just let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
All right.
Unfortunately, these comments go away if,
Well, I mean,
No.
after
The comments of
post.
people watching it later.
Right.
Anyway, until next time, I'm Tom Vessel.
I'm Nick Furry. That's my character's name.
Take Stonebeard.
I'm also Z Garcia, and that's Sam Healy.
Yes, that's true.
And you've been watching The Dice Tower.
Adios.
Thank you. See you next time when you tune in.